Rm85 coming at you with another video, and this time it's on an update of the Rm85. You can see the bike is right here. Ran into some problems. As you can see, this is a newish cylinder. It's used, but in way better condition than what I had before. Here's the cylinder that came with the bike. As you can see, the cylinder in the head is like perfect. But where we run into the problem is that it's right here. I'm not supposed to be able to do this. As you can see, 1, 2, 3 studs. The fourth one just comes out. First of all, I didn't even have, when I got the bike, I should have knew it was a red sign, a red flag. It didn't even have a stud in here. It had a bolt, like a bolt that you screw on. I think I got rid of the bolt. But yeah, it had a bolt that you screw on. And when I first got it running, when I got the piston for it, it let loose on like 5 minutes into the ride, and I had to push the bike back home. Leak coolant into the cylinder, and it messed up. And you see the cylinder is messed up anyway, so I need a new cylinder regardless. But yeah, it was running fine though, but it had the messed up stud. And when I took it apart for the second time or third time that it did it to me, I realized, well, there was helicoil in there. I bought this stud and I put this stud in. I bought this stud separate and I put it in there, and it was working. And then I guess there was helicoil in there. I think I threw away the helicoil, but there was helicoil in there that they put in there. So I guess they stripped out a stud, and they put helicoil in there. And when I was backing it out, it pulled the helicoil out now. So there's nothing in there. You can see it's stripped. So it just does that. While the last time I was riding it, it let loose, and the head lost like compression basically, and leaked coolant into the cylinder again. So I went and bought a new cylinder. So here's the cylinder right here. This cylinder is freaking perfect. Cylinder is perfect. No gouges, nothing to lose compression, nothing. And the cylinder is in the actual, like the sleeve is perfect. You can see it was burning good. But so yeah, I put it all together, got everything together, and I was putting it together to trade this bike for a CR 125 or 07 125 that had to do a little bit of work too, but nothing major. And when I put it together, don't mind this, I had to do this because when I got the bike they broke this. But yeah, when I put it together, it was running, but it was running horribly. Like, it wouldn't even want to idle. I did get it to idle eventually with a little bit of tuning, and I went to ride it, and it would idle up really high. Like, say I'm in 4th gear slowing down, it's idling really high, and I have to let go of the clutch to make it idle back down. So what I realized is when I came back home and I took the top end apart, I took the expansion chamber off and put it down on the table behind me, and like another 4 or 5 minutes later I looked back at the table. There was a gigantic pool of oil just sitting there. So what it was the seals in the crank, which is about right here, I want to say, somewhere in the middle of the motor though, and the oil that you put in here for the transmission and the bottom end and the clutch and everything, the seals on the main crank bearing, it was leaking, so it leaked the oil that you put in here into the cylinder, and that's why it was running so bad. Like, even when I first started, I was like, why does it smell so weird? But I thought maybe because it was a new cylinder it smelled weird, but no, it was basically a transmission fluid for 2 strokes basically. And yeah, so right now I have to take this whole motor out, break the whole motor down, change crank bearings and crank seals. The seals is what went bad, not the bearings. I don't think the bearings are bad because the crank has no play in it. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So I got to take this whole thing apart again, buy more gaskets, buy the bearings and the seals, and then yeah, put it back together, and hopefully it's running right. But once I put it back together, I know I'll have a reliable bike because the cylinder is in like perfect condition. So yeah, I did the back brakes in it. Before I had basically no back brakes, now I have a lot of back brakes, so that's good. And yeah, that's it. Bike is still here. It's really dirty from me working on it and touching it with my hands, all dirty, and yeah, just needs a little wash. But what is it? $244. So I gotta get $244, and I'll be able to fix it and ride it, and I'll have my baby back. But for now, it's out of the game. But yeah, comment, rate, subscribe, like, share, and until next time, peace.